A quick disclaimer before I start this video, the musics and pictures of the images I used in my video do not belong to me. They all belong to their rightful owners. I will put down the description of the songs that belong to their rightful owners. Also, this was a project I did for my school before summer break. And also, this video is not for children to watch. Here is the flag of France right here. Here are the foods of France. So first up we have French silk brownies, macarons, duck confit, Louis Napoleon Pavard / Napoleon III. Napoleon III was the nephew of Napoleon I and the cousin of Napoleon II. He was born on April 20th, 1808 and died on January 9th, 1873. He was the first president of France in 1848 to 1852 and the last French monarchy from 1852 to 1870. As President of France, Second Republican, Louis Napoleon Pavard was the first elected by popular vote. Following his coronation in 1851, he became the country's second emperor on 1852, the 48th anniversary of his uncle's coronation. His regime ultimately adopted the title of Liberal Emperor, best known for his extensive reconstruction from Paris, carried out by Baron Haussmann. He also modernized the banking system, expanded railroad infrastructure, encouraged the building of Suez Canal, pioneered modern agriculture, increased European trade, introduced labor reforms, and developed public and women's education. Louis married a woman named Eugenie de Montfaucon in January 29, 1853. 4 years in their marriage, Eugenie gave birth to their only child, Napoleon, Prince of Ireland, in March 16, 1856. France is well known for being a romantic country, focused with passion, not only for love relationships, but for food, wine, living well, as commercial living. 88% of those living in France speak French as their first language. Minorities in France also speak French as a second language. There are 65 million people living in France today. France used to be a monarchy from 1180 until the French Revolution in 1793. As the 18th century drew to a close, France's costly involvement in the American Revolution, extravagant spending by King Louis XVI and his predecessors, left the country on the brink of bankruptcy. Not only were the royal coffers depleted, but 2 decades poor harvest, drought, cattle disease, skyrocketing bread prices caused unrest from all the people, heavy taxes, and steel. Eventually, the people had enough and the French Revolution began. On January 21st, 1793, King Louis XVI was condemned to death for high treason, crimes against the state, and from his wife's spendings of wigs, clothes, parties, and foods. Marie Antoinette, King Louis XVI's wife, would also suffer the same fate as her husband and would be executed 9 months after his death. On November 9, 1799, a young general by the name of Napoleon Bonaparte came into the picture. I bet he sounds familiar to you guys. But anyways, he came into the story and being the first emperor known as Napoleon I of France. November 9, 1799, the French Revolution came to an end.